welcome to the Golding Mullis Morning Show. It is Hump Day.
You like this song, don't you?
I do. It's very mellow. That's how I could choose the one. Wait, I could do Key West.
Yeah. Hey, I found a new station on my Pandora. I've been listening to this station called Late Life.
Late Life.
And it's a mix, but it's, I would say, predominantly country music.
Okay.
And have a seat. Let's talk. You got two classes today.
I do. I have my cream and sugar, which is a fabulous place. Today I have instead of a Cuban, I have a fluffy cloud.
Is it fluffy? It is cloudy out today.
It is cloudy. My running friends, we walked this morning.
I got to plug in my
yes, because you're going to
Easy
start
Bake
cooking
Oven
here in a second.
Did you hear that? Beep.
That's
This is my adult version.
That's Emerald Lagasse. Is it going?
Yes.
Get start?
Not yet.
That's
Isn't that
good? It is good, Coach. So, anyways, I'm really tired.
I'm sorry. I didn't bring my computer because I didn't think I'd have to.
I don't think you have room. Yeah.
Because we got a lot going on up here today.
So today is National Apple Pie Day.
Hey, but I meant to tell this story yesterday.
Okay.
Talking
Story time
about
with Coach.
fruits and vegetables.
Hey, can I talk to you about something else real quick?
Yeah.
I want to do an advertisement for a company called Pro Souls.
Are they 4 souls?
So our 8 viewers out there know about Pro Souls. These are the most amazing flip-flops.
Where can I get them from?
You can you have to order them from a company called Go for a Run.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it's called. Gone for a Run, something like that. Just Google Pro Souls and it'll come up.
I need to get some of those for Melissa Joe.
They
Miss Coach Mullis.
Okay, does she run?
She's on her feet a lot.
Oh, okay.
And coaching softball and well, she's not doing any coaching right now, but she would like those. I can tell.
I'm telling you, it's not memory foam. They're okay. I'm not going to do justice, so hopefully the company's not listening to me. But basically,
hey, our official sponsor this morning for the morning Golden Morning Show is Pro Souls.
Basically, they massage your foot and all the nerves.
Hundreds and hundreds of massagers are up under that foam.
But as you walk, it's designed because when you run, there's special points and nerves that get damaged, and this massages them. So,
can you tell a difference?
Oh,
do you put them on after you run? Immediately.
Immediately.
I bet you they smell good.
They smell delicious.
Like apple pie?
Like apple pie. Knox and I read a Reading Plus story yesterday about odors. And did you know there's people that are odor testers?
Yes.
That's your job to go and smell.
They get paid. I've heard that they get paid pretty well.
they do. They have to smell. We read that they have to smell people's armpits and stuff. Or deodorant companies. You know.
Yeah.
There's lots of. But anyway, but Pro Souls, you got to get them. I mean, they're I bought some for Maestro too since he started running. But anyway.
What color did he get?
He got gray.
I think I'd go with black because it wouldn't show a lot of dirt
They got
and
pink,
stinky.
But I'm not really a pink person.
Not really. And I got you a pink donut on Monday.
Oh, I mean, that was for Mother's Day. Mother's.
Are you ready for my great story?
Oh, sorry.
No, but I enjoyed Pro Souls. I'll have to look at who's Texas. Anybody?
Nope. I don't think anybody's watching this.
Anybody watching?
I think we got
2 people up there, 3 people.
Still
I
below
didn't
10.
bring my computer, so I can't see.
All right, tell us your story.
All right, here's my story.
Okay.
You know, I built a garden during this time out from school, and another thing I started doing is composting. Okay, so eggs, shells, vegetables, shredded.
You stir it up.
My coffee grinds.
It decomposes.
Okay, yeah. And I had buckets outside next to my garden that were holding this, and I would mix some dirt in.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd mix some dirt in. Well, I've been fishing too.
Okay, so you've been throwing the dead fish in there. Oh, why?
Now wait a second. I'm not done.
This is nasty.
So I had this grand idea Monday afternoon that I would till up some area in the ground
I can't. Look, it's too early.
And I would dump the compost in this and till it up. It was not a good idea.
I can see that, yeah.
My garden is like from here to my next door neighbor to the office. My next door neighbor, and then there's another neighbor that's from here to the lunchroom.
I thought you left it like on a street.
I do, but what I'm saying is within that distance.
Okay.
Yeah, I have neighbors.
Oh, and you stuck them out. Oh, Coach.
Yes,
oh, that's bad.
I saw I sent a text immediately, and I said, I am sorry. I might get kicked off the street. And Miss Linda told me last night, she said, Coach, what is that? So I went and bought lime, and anyway, it was not a good idea.
Okay, well, my dad was an ag teacher.
I know he was. I heard about this.
And so the way that he would compost is he'd compost for 6 months before he tried. So you would keep it and you churn it once a week. But once you have got it built up, then you just churn it. And you
Did he make his own?
He had a composter. No, he bought one off of, I think, Seeds of Change was a company.
I need to get one. I may not be living where I'm.
I was like, but yeah, you're supposed to let it sit and not keep adding anything. It's gotta decompose.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, that's just like throwing garbage. That's what he needs for Father's Day, Mrs. Coach Mullis. If you're coming. It's a huge compactor.
Well, Melissa said it smelled like a chicken.
Oh.
If that says anything.
Well, speaking of chickens, I thought tomorrow is National Dance Like a Chicken Day.
Well, I'll just bring that smell in here.
Well, I was going to bring in Winter, our chicken.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
She's adorable. She's so sweet.
Can I cook while we talk?
You better start, because we got limited time, Coach.
All right, talk to me.
No, so I'm gonna bring Winter in tomorrow. She's beautiful. We can carry her around like a pet. She is our.
I got some canned biscuits here. Keep talking.
I'm just watching. You know, my daddy's mama used to call them Whack-'em biscuits.
Whop-'em biscuits. Yep. Yep. Whack that can up against the edge of the So I'm rolling out my biscuit dough.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah, that's some impressive. What are you using there? A rolling pin?
A rolling pin.
Hold that up for the children?
Yep.
For the 12 children that are watching.
Hey, give us a shout out right there if you're watching. Amara has already said that she's ready to see what Coach Mullis is going to make this morning. Isn't that right? Didn't you say Mara Bidlight was on there?
Yeah, Mara was making comments, and I can go over there and say, while you're cooking.
Can I talk to you while I cook?
Well, how about I read the book of the day, which is how to
and we can do some catch up on Bunnicula too.
How to make an apple pie.
Well, I might need to, because I called Grandma yesterday on how to make a good apple pie. She gave me some suggestions.
Did she tell you to use biscuit dough? I was expecting homemade dough, Coach.
Well, the recipe that I had, I'm having to do quick and easy.
Oh, because you're in here?
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, so I'm going to read this book to you, boys and girls, called How to Make Apple Pie and See the World. It is AR. AR is still up and running. It's running until we have 17 watching now.
How about that?
Watch out. 16 just dropped. Somebody dropped off. Okay. But AR is up and running until until May 21st. So. Okay, my dear friends.
I'm coring out this apple.
Oh, you're coring it out. Love it. How to Make an Apple Pie and See the World by Marjorie Priceman. Making an apple pie is really very easy. First, especially when you use the biscuit dough. The Whack-'em biscuit dough. First, get all the ingredients at the market, mix them well, bake and serve. Unless, of course, the market is closed. Dun, dun, dun.
You see this? I
Oh,
cored it
wow.
out, cored out the apple. This is my slicer dicer.
Oh, we got to show us what. So what does that do, Coach?
So I've got some thin sliced apples.
Nice.
You like that, don't you?
I do. Hey, stay tuned for this summer because Coach is going to have a podcast where you can get cooking tips and all sorts of good knowledge about how to grow a garden.
Or how not to.
And fishing tips. Okay.
Oh, I got a story to tell about that too.
In that case, go home and pack a suitcase. Take your shopping list and some walking shoes and then catch a steamship bound for Europe. Use the 6 days on board to brush up on your Italian.
Ooh, oui. Is that Italian? That's French.
That's French.
What's
Ciao.
Ciao.
If you time it right, you'll arrive in Italy at harvest time. Find a farm deep in the countryside. Gather some superb Samolia wheat. An armful or two will do. And then hop a train to France, bonjour, and locate a chicken.
Oui.
French chickens lay elegant eggs, and you want only the finest ingredients for your pie. Coax the chicken to give you an egg. Better yet, bring the chicken with you. There's less chance of breaking the egg that way.
Is that true? You got chickens, don't you?
We do. We have a chicken named Winter who will be coming on tomorrow. She hasn't laid an egg.
Why
yet.
tomorrow?
Because tomorrow is National Dance Like a Chicken Day.
Now,
Whoop, whoop.
what I did right here is I put the apples inside.
Is that all you're going to put? You're not going to put any little flavor in?
Well, I forgot. So what is this?
That is cinnamon sugar from Fred's.
Now, I'm going to put this on top. Then I'm going to take this trusty fork right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put some of this on top.
Oh, watch out, Coach.
Then I'm going to do a little decorating using my fork right there.
Look at you. A little cooking with Coach happening live right here on the Golden Mullis Morning
Making
Show.
apple pies
Making apple pies.
right here.
Right there. Okay, he's doing it. All right. Get to Sri Lanka any way that you can. You can't miss it. Sri Lanka is a pear-shaped island in the Indian Ocean. It is the best cinnamon in the world is made there from the bark of the native curundu tree. Yep. Go directly to the rainforest, find a curundu tree, and peel off some bark. If a leopard is napping beneath the tree, be very quiet.
A leopard, like a cat.
A big cat, yep. Hitch a ride to England. Make an acquaintance of a cow. You'll know she's an English cow from her good manners and charming accent.
From where?
She's from New Hampshire.
Is she? Her and
She is.
I wonder if she knows Chester.
Ask if you can borrow a cup of milk or two, and even better, bring the whole cow with you for the freshest possible results. Stow away on the banana boat headed to Jamaica. On your
Yeah,
way
Mom.
there, you pick up some salt. You fill a jar with salty seawater.
I listened to
When the
some
boat
reggae
docks
yesterday.
in Jamaica, walk to the nearest sugar plantation, introduce yourself to everyone, tell them about the pie you're making, and then go to the fields and cut a few stalks of sugar cane. Have you ever had fresh sugar cane?
I have. I like it. Go ahead.
No, Miss Meister and I, we would like to always go, especially before
To where?
kids. There's a farmer's market down in Decatur,
Mm-hmm.
and they would
Have
cut,
you ever been to the state farmers market?
Uh-uh.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But anyway, and they would just have it there, and they would cut it up for you, and
You ever had sorghum syrup,
yes.
which is
It's got a,
bite?
yeah, it's like molasses.
I like it. I like it on a biscuit with
Yeah,
butter.
Daddy liked it.
Butter, toasted.
It's just, it's got something.
It does have something.
Better fly home. You don't want to miss. You don't want the ingredients to spoil. Wait a minute. Are you forgetting something? What about the apples? Have the pilot drop you off in Vermont. You won't have far to go to find an apple orchard. 8 rosy apples from the top of a tree. Give 1 to the chicken, 1 to the cow, and eat 1 yourself. That leaves 5 for the pie, and then hurry home. Now all you have to do is mill the wheat into flour, grind the kernadu, bark into cinnamon, evaporate the seawater from the salt, boil the sugar cane, persuade the chicken to lay an egg, milk the cow, turn the milk into butter, slice the apples, mix the ingredients, and bake the pie. While the pie is cooling, invite some friends over to share it with you.
That would be good. Invite some friends for some pie.
Invite some friends for some pie. Remember, the apple pie is delicious, topped with vanilla ice cream, which you can get at the market. But if the market happens to be closed, you can eat it plain.
Eat pie plain?
You can eat it plain. And then the back
Not
of
with
the
cream?
have a recipe for apple pie. So boys and girls, you can take an AR test on that, on how to make an apple pie and see the world by Marjorie Priceman. I hope you enjoyed that while Coach was cooking up his apple pie. Okay, Coach. So we're
apple slices.
and eating some apple slices.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we don't have any happy summer videos to share today.
No way.
No way. That's right. So, we
I thought about you. I was reading an article this morning. You know how I've gotten into canoeing and kayaking?
Yes.
And do
And
you
the
already know
river
where I'm
situation.
going?
Nope. But I just know you've been talking about your rivers. I think you should do, you got to do something. Like do this and blog about it or something as you go and do these river trips.
Adventures with Coach.
You can do that this summer.
Oh yeah, start today.
Tomorrow after the Golden Wells Morning Show.
But you know, we were talking about the Broad River.
Yeah.
You were telling me that I needed to be careful.
Yes.
There was an incident that happened.
Oh.
It's on the Athens newspaper.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll look that up after the morning show. Interesting.
Unfortunate, but
Wow.
got to be careful.
Yes. Yeah. Anytime you go outside, you need to take or into the
Be safe.
to the wild. Always go with a friend. Never be by yourself.
Yep.
So.
What else
Anyways.
is going on?
Tomorrow's National Dance Like a Chicken Day. We're gonna have Winter come on, and Miss Norris loves some Miss Norris. She sent us a video of her and Brooks dancing like a chicken.
Oh boy.
So that's gonna be live.
I bet you that should be incredible.
Then that will probably be incredible. So but yeah, that's all I've got. I'll read some more Bunnicula while we're waiting on the pies, unless you got something
No.
you need to do or.
Let me say, I cooked last night. We did pork chops.
Okay.
And we're good. What else? There was something else I did yesterday. Oh, I wanted to tell you this. Yesterday, the weather was fantastic.
What was it?
Did you not go outside?
A little bit. We put together a slip and slide. Well, that face was the feeling I was thinking it was going to bring. But when we unpacked it, it didn't quite go far enough.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
My oldest child was kind of like, this is for...
Yeah. Let me tell you an idea to think about. Is go to Home Depot, get you a roll of like 8 or 10 mil plastic, or thicker, whatever you want to do. But you can get a roll for like 50 feet, and get it 10 feet, 15 feet wide. With it, the wider the better. And I love making slip and slides. Those are fun to do. And it's just, then you already got the hose and you can set up your sprinkler system. Mm-hmm. And I like using baby shampoo.
Why do you like baby shampoo?
Well, when you wash a baby, you've had two, and soap gets in their
Oh yeah, so it's better
tear free.
Tear free. Okay, I see where you're going.
So it doesn't burn their eyes. The other thing that I like about using baby shampoo is when they get done, they smell
really good.
They smell good.
They do.
And
Johnson's.
so I would always do I'd always do the lavender.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's a good. We'll have to investigate that because we were kind of like, oh. Well,
it's a great idea. But.
We made a plastic bubble one time. So you take that painter's plastic, and you take it has to be the thick kind.
Yep.
Then you take I can't even think of what it's called because I don't do my hair anymore, but a flattener. And
Interesting.
you seal it, and then you leave one little open and you put the water in, and then you fill it with water, and it's like this giant blob bubble thing. That was pretty cool. We did that one summer.
You get inside of it?
No, you bounce on it. It's like a water bed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about that?
It's pretty cool.
I think you need to do that again and video it.
No. We did it. We had our friend visiting from Texas, and he helped do it. He was
Maestro, I bet, could do it. He can do anything.
Sure, yeah. He's getting his getting excited about they're having band meetings every day. You know, getting ready. New show for the fall.
I can't wait, Maestro.
That's
You're gonna knock it out of the park. Hey, so this is what happened.
Oh goodness, yes. Tell me about your story.
It's warming.
It's warming. I see them turning brown.
So yesterday, I decided that I told Melissa, I said,
Coach is the master of slip and slide. # Waitman's seen it firsthand.
You got that right. Waitman.
Okay. I'll take your word for it,
Waitman, the
Coach.
one that we did with you that time, we took hay bales at the end.
Oh.
So the water got trapped into a giant pool.
Oh.
And it was like a big bubble bath at the end. So we had hay bales, and then we brought the plastic over the hay bales.
Oh.
So the water got trapped and made a big pool. It was fun.
Wow.
You'd hit it and.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And
I'll get on it.
It was great. Maybe Waitman could find some videos. So yesterday,
Okay, tell us about your
I told
fishing.
Melissa when it wasn't fishing.
Oh, okay.
I told Melissa, I said, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Mercy. What time was this? About 9:45.
This was after, I think it was like 1, 2 o'clock. It was 2:30 actually, because I'm putting together some timeline. And so I went and got my camping cot.
Okay.
And I went to the back side of our property, and there's this big oak tree.
Okay.
And I forgot it this morning. My little white Bluetooth sound speaker.
Your loudspeaker, yeah.
And I brought that out there. I took a nap under the big oak tree in my yard.
Sleeping on the cot.
Sleeping on the cot.
There you go. What'd you listen to while you were out there?
Reggae. Acoustic reggae.
Acoustic reggae. All right, Coach.
Guitar reggae. That's what it was. And I had my two dogs laid down right next to me.
You need a hammock. You don't have a hammock?
Well, we do have one, but where the tree was, there was no second tree to connect. But it's a big, so the shaded area. And so the breeze was just blowing. My neighbor, 2 houses down, drove his golf cart. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm taking a nap."
So is this before you put the compost out or afterwards?
That was Monday.
Oh, okay.
And it still stinks
No, I was about to say, was it still smelling for you?
But not back there. It wasn't. Not
Well,
our lot is real long. Like it's like imagine like a football field.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like what is that, rectangle?
Yes, Coach, that is a rectangle.
So it's a long lot. And so I'm sure some people our house is next to another school in another system. And so the lot, people see me from
now. They make those tree hammocks now. You
Yeah.
can get one of those and put in your oak tree. And you can just climb up there. And so it's a hammock you put in, like you go up in the tree and you connect it to 2 different branches and you sleep in it.
like an emu.
I don't know what Eno is, but it's
Because Moses, my son, has an emu, which is a hammock that you connect.
Okay.
And it's that real camping material fabric, real light.
So maybe that way. I don't
And
know.
he gets in that. He used to get in it next to my garden. Not
He
anymore.
doesn't do it anymore.
But it
Aw.
was so relaxing. So Melissa, I come back down to the house and she says, "Did you finish cutting grass?" She thought I was cutting grass. I was taking a nap.
Gotta
I
wash him.
got a new place to get away.
Is under the oak tree.
Under the old oak tree.
Bless. Okay, Coach. I'm gonna read some Bunnicula, and then you think our pies will be ready?
Oh, they're getting there.
How warm? How?
It's warm. This is Coach Mullis's Easy Bake Oven for adults.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted an air fryer. I told you that, didn't I?
You got one, didn't you?
It's right here.
Oh.
This is all in one.
How is that? Where do you put oil at?
Right here. Air fryer right there. Boom.
Yeah,
You
but,
just put a little bit in there. It doesn't
but
take
where
much.
do you put the oil? Where do you pour it in?
I don't have an oil for it.
I thought that's how they worked.
Well, you put it on my pan right there. I don't have like a spot that I
Maybe I don't know anything about them. I thought there was a spot you pour oil into in it.
not on this one. I don't.
Is that how some of them work? Though?
I
Okay.
guess.
I don't know. I don't know
But
anything about them.
I love this. This is what I made donuts on Sunday morning in the air fryer.
telling me
But
about
like yesterday, I did we had miniature frozen pizzas.
Did
and
you
we
make them from
and put
scratch?
them in there. No,
Oh my goodness.
frozen pizzas.
It
And
takes a long time to heat though.
well, it's warming right now. Oh no, it doesn't. It cooks it up, sister.
Well, it's only 160 degrees.
Oh, it's warm. It's good. It's
Okay,
warm. It's
we're gonna have
warming
some
up.
raw apple pie here in a minute.
Yep, you will.
Okay, chapter 6. Dun dun dun.
I cannot wait.
Harold helps out. I wonder if Harold Farley's watching. He's one of
I
our
wonder how he's doing.
12 people that are watching right now. Or we up to 16 earlier. Okay,
They'll probably tune in now to catch up on Bunnicula.
Bunnicula, yes. Okay, Harold helps out. That night, I had an uneasy sleep. Strange noises came from downstairs. It sounded like toenails clicking back and forth on the floor. It must be Bunnicula making his midnight run, I thought, although I'd never known him to make a sound. And I smelled the funniest odor in the air, something familiar, though I couldn't place it. As the night progressed, it grew stronger and stronger until finally it tickled my nose. And I sneezed myself awake. I jumped off Toby's bed, still sniffling, and headed down the stairs for the living room to find Chester, to see if he could smell it too. The odor grew even stronger as I approached the living room. Standing in the doorway was Chester, a strange pendant hanging from his neck. What's a pendant?
It'd be like it's a chain,
Uh-huh.
and you have it could be something that symbolizes something. You could have a cream and sugar pendant.
Yeah.
Right
Good.
there.
Good job, Coach.
You have a pendant right there. It's a picture
guess,
of
kind of,
yourself.
yeah. Phew, Chester, I said, what are you wearing that awful thing for? It smells.
Sort of like my garden.
Of course it smells, he replied. Here, I made one for you, too. Put it on. Are you kidding? That thing smells like garlic. It is garlic, Chester stated matter-of-factly. Why are you wearing garlic? Why would Chester be wearing garlic, Coach?
Vampire.
Supposedly that keeps away the vampires. Why are you wearing garlic? I asked, thinking that by this time Chester was capable of anything. As we walked into the living room, I tripped on another piece of garlic lying in the doorway. Careful, said Chester. Watch your step. I surveyed the room and saw that it was strewn with garlic on the doorways, over the windows, and around Banicula's cage. The poor little fellow had his nose buried as far as possible under his blanket. I was about to follow his example and return to Toby's bed to bury my nose under the blankets when Chester grabbed my tail with his teeth. You're not leaving this room until you put this on, he grumbled at me.
Oh boy.
I think that's what he said. I wasn't sure because he had my tail in his mouth. It's not polite to talk with your mouth full, Chester. Drop that tail. Meanwhile, my eyes were beginning to water.
Why would they water?
Because garlic it's hard to
Where are you going?
I'm gonna show a picture. I'm leaving. Have a great day. Garlic makes your eyes water.
I didn't know that. I thought onions did.
Well, onions, but I mean, if you have too much, if you're not done a whole bunch of garlic, like fresh.
I got it.
Never.
Press? No.
Not okay.
When you crush, whatever, mince it,
that's not what you need to do for garlic, Coach.
to press it.
You take your Sudoku knife, put the clove down, put the knife blade over it, smash it down like that, and then you peel the pieces off and get it all up together. Then you mince it real good.
Okay. So you don't like, you say no on the pressing.
Because you're not getting, it takes so much out.
Does
I
it?
mean, but some people like it. It's a easier way around cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't take the shortcuts.
It's a shortcut. No, but I'm saying that's like what that's what they taught me when I took those cooking classes.
Where'd you take cooking classes?
At the Macrobotic Institute in Asheville, North Carolina.
When was this?
When I was 22.
Interesting.
Yep. That's where I learned to cook.
We'll talk to Maestro about that.
It was during my vegan days. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, meanwhile, my eyes were beginning to water. Listen, Chester snapped at me, fortunately letting go of my tail first. The book said to use garlic. What book?
Pressed garlic or smashed or chopped or?
Pressed. No, fresh, whole garlic. What book, I asked. The Joy of Cooking? Chester continued. The Mark of the Vampire says garlic renders vampires immobile. What does that mean? It means they can't go anywhere if there's garlic around. Well, I've got news for you, Chester. I can't go anywhere either. The smell is killing me. But you've got to put it on. It says so in the book. If you don't put it on, I'll put it on for you. No, Chester, I said, as my nose suddenly and involuntarily closed. I'm leaving this room right now. And I did.
Do you think my neighbors are doing that right now?
Yes. From my lack of composting skills, bless. Oh, it just makes me sick to think about. Ugh.
Oh, my kids were like,
Oh my gosh.
what were you thinking?
No. Oh, gross. I was so sick to my stomach from the aroma that I decided to spend the early morning hours outdoors. As dawn approached, it seemed that it would be a peaceful day. The sky was clear, the birds were singing, and I felt contented after my difficult night just to be lying in the grass, feeling the ladybugs crawl up my ears. Suddenly, the calm was broken. Strange, piercing screams came from the area of the kitchen. Not again, I thought. What's turned white now? As it happened, it was Chester. There in the sink, lathered with soap, was the feline detective yelling his head off. Mrs. Monroe was scrubbing him vigorously from the sound of her voice was in the middle of a long lecture. I don't know what's gotten into you, Chester. You never played with garlic before. I thought you hated the smell of it, and here you've gotten it all over yourself. Stop wriggling. You'll get soap in your eyes. If you want to chew on something, you can get some catnip, but stay out of my herbs.
What's catnip?
It's an herb that cats are attracted to.
Okay.
I just want to... Then she rinsed him off, rubbed him with a towel, and plunked him down in front of the stove to finish drying. Shut the door, he hissed at me. I'm freezing. That silly woman. Doesn't she know cats don't get baths? What do you mean? I get baths all the time, I said, closing the door with my back foot. That's because you can't bathe yourself. Cats always bathe themselves. It's a rule. Everyone knows that. Well, at least it smells nice in here again, I sniffed as I settled down next to Chester by the stove. All that, and it's all toasty warm here in the kitchen. Sure, it smells nice again, but now the house isn't safe anymore. What do you mean? I asked, getting closer. I mean, it worked last night. The garlic worked. No more vegetables turned white, did they? No, but that means Bunnicula didn't get out of his cage last night. Maybe he was just tired, I said. Or maybe he was full. Don't be ridiculous, he replied. It was the garlic. He couldn't leave his cage. But tonight he'll be free to roam again. And I've got to find a way to stop him, and that isn't smelly.
Hey, speaking of that, I didn't tell you this either. My garden right there where that compost is, my neighbors have an area that's like a covered area that is like their patio where they sit
and eat their food and stuff
and hang out in the evening.
I don't know why they didn't call the police on you.
Oh,
making odors.
I'm gonna get kicked out of the neighborhood.
I see it now. Mr. and Mrs. Monroe were hurrying in and out of the room, stepping over us late for work. Mrs. Monroe yelled up to Toby, "Don't forget to take the steak out of the freezer when you get home today, Toby, and leave it on the table to defrost. And this time, remember to put a plate under it." Chester's ears perked up. "Of course," he said. "That's past me," with a knowing smile. Mrs. Monroe turned off the stove and left the room. It was too much for me to figure out, so I went to sleep on the nice warm kitchen floor. I was awakened by a bite on the ear.
Oh boy.
Chester was sitting by me, looking very impatient. "Boy, nothing wakes you up," he said. "I've been yelling and poking at you for 10 minutes. I was dreaming about a place where there weren't any cats around to bother nice dogs and wake them up when they needed their rest. You can finish sleeping later. Right now, you have to help me." "Do what?" I asked. "Get Bunnicula out of the cage."
That's how my kids act in the morning when I go get them up.
Do you get them up before you come to the
no.
show? No, I don't mind either.
I come home, I get breakfast ready for them, and then go get them up.
Look at you being you were like #1 dad.
No, I'm not. Thank you though. That was very nice.
That's it.
But I could do better.
Oh, I think we all could improve in some areas. I sprang back. "Get him out of the cage? I thought that was what you didn't want. I thought you said he was dangerous. What if he attacks me?" "Aren't you ashamed?" Chester replied. "Afraid of a harmless little bunny?" "Harmless? I thought you said he was a threat to this house and everyone in it. Isn't that what you said? Isn't that what we've been talking about all this time?" "He's a threat, but only at night. During the day, he's a very sleepy rabbit, and that's why we have to do it now, while the sun is still up.
Dun dun dun.
Follow me. There isn't much time. Toby stayed down here forever, and the others will be home soon. Boy, must have been tired, Harold. You slept through lunch." I followed Chester into the living room. My heart was pounding as he unlocked the cage door with his paw. It looked as if he'd had years of experience opening locks. The door swung open. Bunnicula was sleeping peacefully. He did, however, look like a little green. He did look like a little green around the gills, probably from the garlic. I was just wondering how a rabbit could have gills when Chester said, "Okay, Harold, do your stuff while I get what I need from the kitchen." Well, what do you want me to do? I can't read your mind. Somehow I feel like this is us. You're Harold and I'm Chester.
From New Hampshire.
From New Hampshire. I just see us do. I just see relating to these characters.
So you picked this book.
No, I didn't. But as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I can see you'd be like, "What is it you want me to do?" And I'm like, "I've got this plan. I'm gonna do this."
Just call me Harold.
"Get him out of the cage and onto the floor, and I'll be right back," Chester said. What? What? I verbalized. How am I supposed to do that? "Use your head," he answered, and he was gone. Looking at the cage, I realized that was precisely what I would have to do. Until this moment, I had never had to face the possibility of actual physical contact with a real live rabbit. I looked upon my chore reluctantly. I seemed to recall my grandfather telling me that one picked a rabbit up by its neck with one's teeth. This I attempted, though the very idea set my stomach churning. I squeezed my head through the tiny door and gently placed the teeth around the skin of the bunny's neck. To avoid any suggestion of violence, I've never been one for the sport of hunting, I preferred to think of myself as the creature's mother, carrying it off to safety. Unfortunately, I couldn't carry it anywhere. For once my head was in the cage, it wouldn't come back out again. And I could go neither forward nor backward.
You're thinking about my head.
Yes. At that moment, Chester appeared at the door, carrying in his mouth what looked every bit like a nice, big, juicy, raw steak. My eyes popped. My teeth dropped Bunnicula, my mouth opened, and I began to drool. After all, I had missed lunch. Chester.
Because he was so tired.
Uh-huh. What are you doing with that steak? Haven't you gotten him out of there yet? I can't get either of us out of here. My head's stuck. Oh, Harold, sometimes I despair. Here, I'll get you both out. I should have done everything myself. He came over, dropped the steak just a few feet away from me, and climbed up on my shoulders. You can pull your head out while I push against the cage. Who gets the steak? I asked. Don't worry about the steak, Harold. Just pull. I would have more motivation if I knew who is to get the steak. Chester ignored me. I pulled. He pushed. I felt something go pop, and we all fell in a jumble. Chester, the cage, Bunnicula, and me. And when I looked around, Bunnicula was lying next to me, still sound asleep. There you are, I said. We got him out. Now let's eat. No dice, Chester said.
Did you ever say that?
No. Just read this to me so I'll be sure I'm doing it right. And he handed me a book. That book again. Start at the top of the page, Chester said, and he picked up the steak. Why don't you read and I'll hold the steak? Chester replied. I took it to mean that I was to start reading. To destroy the vampire and end his reign of terror, it is necessary to pound a sharp steak. Chester interrupted. A sharp steak? He asked. What does that mean? I'll taste it and tell you if it's sharp, I offered. Oh, never mind. This will do. It's sirloin. Just keep reading. To pound a sharp steak into the vampire's heart. This must be done during the daylight hours when the vampire has no powers. Okay, he said, this is it. I'm sorry I had to go this far, but if they'd listened, this wouldn't have been necessary. He dragged the steak across the floor and laid it across the bunny. Then with his paws, he began to hit the steak.
All right, time out.
Okay.
All right. So when I was growing up, we used to say no dice.
Okay.
And I was saying, why would someone say no dice? Okay, so what does that mean when
no deal.
Okay.
Nope. No, I'm not gonna do it. No dice.
Okay. When you use the phrase,
No.
if you're trying to achieve something and you say that it's no dice, you mean that you are having no success or luck with it. If someone asks you for something and you reply no dice, you're refusing to do what they say. Now, do you know where the phrase? Because I was curious, where'd that come from?
Poker.
Okay. Do you? So.
You know a movie you need to see, Coach.
I'm trying to teach our students of Jefferson.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Tell me the movie.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
And then you're going to tell me the movie?
Sure.
All right. The phrase no dice originated in America in the early 20th century. Gambling was illegal in several states, making gamblers take care to hide their dice or even
no dice. No dice.
or even swallow them if challenged by authorities.
Oh.
Okay? So don't do that.
Swallow dice, boys and girls.
Courts would often throw gambling cases out if no dice was in evidence. That's how that phrase came across.
So, two ways to use it. Either you're saying, no, you're not going to do something.
No dice. I'm not having any luck doing this.
Or no luck. Okay.
I'm not having success or luck
No
accomplishing this. No dice.
So, if I asked you, how is your composting going?
No dice.
All right. And then another way to use it would be like, Coach, are you going to cook the hibachi grill next week?
No dice.
Oh, see, look at that. Multiple meaning expressions.
So there it is.
There it is. Okay.
I just thought that was interesting.
No, it is. I did not know
I've used that
history.
phrase and I did not know why I'd used that phrase. Spicoli was an early 80s movie.
Spicoli.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
And so he used to say stuff like no shoes, no shirts, no service. But that phrase was used in that movie too, no dice.
All right.
It was an 80s slang. I just remember.
No dice.
I grew up in the 80s.
I think you grew up in
Were
the 70s.
you born?
I was born 80.
No. So,
You were 10 in 80, so you didn't grow up in the 80s. You grew up in the 70s.
no, I feel like growing up is your middle school and high school years.
Oh. Then I guess I grew up in the 90s. Okay.
I was born in the 70s. I was born in 70, actually. So I went.
You're a decade older than me.
Yes.
And you're going to get the Stitch Fix box in September. I can't wait. Guys, boys and girls, when we get back to JES, your coach.
No, it will be the end of September.
He is going to be when we get back to school. He's going to be the stylish.
Not for PE. I'm not doing Stitch Fix for PE. I'm doing it to get dressed up for
what?
For going out and presenting myself
to the world.
Fashion statement.
I think no. I think you should do one day a month wear your Stitch Fix like when you get it.
You're making fun of me trying to be styling and profiling.
Oh my goodness. Yes, the kids will love it. You'll be like, look, I got all this from Stitch Fix. I got this like vest and these. I know. So you and when you get it, you get like stuff that makes an outfit.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it every month.
So
so I'm saying you could have Stitch Fix day.
Like greet your teacher day. That would be a day but I wouldn't wear it to PE to exercise.
It'd be Stitch Fix day. You wear your styling stuff.
No.
I think that would be awesome. Be like, oh, it's the last day of the month. Let's see what Coach got for his Stitch Fix. Sorry, I'm just having too much fun with that one. Okay.
Chester. Harold.
Okay.
Chester.
So
Harold.
he's pounding this steak onto this poor bunny. Okay, it's like
Because I want to be
T-bone.
stylish. You're making fun of your co-host, your partner in crime,
I'm
because
not.
I want to be stylish.
You and Maestro you should get him to take you up to J. Crew. That's his spot.
But that's pretty much what that is.
Yes,
They
I
do
just
that.
did not realize they were doing it for men. He'll probably want to do it now.
Maestro, be ready. She'll mess with you on this.
And Stitch Fix box. I really think you should. I think the kids would forgive you one day a month if you weren't like peeing it up with them. You know, like you can explain everything. And
Do I model it on the show?
Yeah, you would come on and be
Come
like,
on the show.
Stitch Fix.
Stitch Fix Friday?
But you know, we gotta keep it that literacy. Oh, on Fridays, yes, we could. We could. Yeah, make it the last Friday of the month. You could have your Stitch Fix thing. I think that would be
The first
so
one.
funny.
The first one would be my birthday.
So is it gonna come on your birthday?
No, but what I'm saying is that's my whole thing is I'll be 50 September 29th, okay? So my thought is I want to have I want to, do like Maestro, the 29th. So the October 2nd will be the first Stitch Fix Friday.
Okay. And we'll see what you got in your box.
And my goal, and I'm saying it right
We'll
here.
do a
I'm saying
sponsorship.
it
To
on the
TV
air.
program.
I'm saying it on the air
Yeah.
that Coach Mullis wants to come back healthier. Coach Mullis.
After the break.
So,
We've had almost 2 months. How's that
Yes.
going for you?
well, I didn't say I was going to do it during the 2 months.
Okay. So you're gonna start it next week.
I'm not saying anything of when. I'm just saying, come October 2nd, Stitch Fix Friday, that first Friday.
Okay. I can't wait.
Hey, speaking of that, have you signed up for Disney?
No, you can't.
You can't anymore.
What?
They opened it up yesterday,
Did they?
and it's full. Even the marathon, which is
No.
usually,
How did they? I was supposed to get a notification if they were to open it
you better
up.
check. I got a text from Nikki Brush's husband, Trey, who I
Yeah.
call Trey Braun. Trey is an excellent runner. He's on top. He sent me a text yesterday saying, and my running buddy, saying y'all need to sign up. And by the time that was in the morning, by
goodness.
like lunch, the marathon, which is usually nobody,
wants to do that.
well, it fills, but there's always empty spots. They always have, but the half marathon and the 5K and the 10K usually fill up. Everything filled up yesterday, and I think it's because
sad.
I think they're limiting the amount of numbers. But he thinks that they're going to open back up. So I would check into that.
That is so sad. I was supposed to get
Is Maggie going to do it with you?
I don't know if she's gonna do it with us. I think it's
Who was it? You and the yoga lady?
Yoga lady and Miss Grogan, who is the AP at Maysville Elementary.
Do I know her?
I don't know if you know Rebecca Grogan or not, but she is. I think
She's
gonna
a runner?
She's part of our little running group, and then one of these other ladies. Oh, it looks hot, Coach.
It is hot. Can you smell it? Can you smell
I cannot smell. My odor sensor has been destroyed. Based on, oh, look at Coach's apple pie.
Look at there. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Can they see it?
I don't know. I hope they can. I assume they can. Oh, look at this. This is like customer service right here. Man, that thing browns fast.
There's blueberries in there.
Oh.
You don't want it?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I just was not expecting blueberries.
I wasn't either.
So who's been eating
We
your
had
Kool-Aid?
blueberry cobbler the other night.
Nice. Yummy! Let's just get right up in it. This is very exciting, Coach.
She didn't get any of that whipped cream. That blueberries on it.
I'm a little nervous now. Somebody double dipped. I'll go for it. Here I go.
Trust me.
Sorry, I'm going for it. That is very good. So, what seasonings did you use again?
We used apples that were cored like this.
Apples, okay.
And brown sugar. I mean cinnamon sugar right there.
That is some impressive biscuit dough tastery. I don't think that's pretty amazing. You're not gonna eat one?
Let me fix one. With blueberry whipped cream on there.
Oh, blueberry whipped cream. That is very good, Coach.
You like it?
Yeah.
Is it warm?
It is hot. Straight from the Emerald Lagasse air fryer.
How'd you know? Oh, I see it down there.
Did you think I was?
I thought I brought 2 forks, but I guess I didn't. I'm gonna look at that.
You get your blueberries.
Right there.
Nice.
I thought I had 2 forks.
It is very good. Well, boys and girls,
Is that it?
we hope. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock, Coach. We did a lot of reading today. A lot of discussion.
Did you see my text message I sent you?
I did not. I was reading Bunnicula. So tomorrow we will find out what Chester and Harold do with the steak.
Look at that. Look at that.
I know. I was looking at those little pieces of apple.
Well, the apple breaks down. Oh man, that is really good.
It is. It is extremely tasty, and for just having some cinnamon sugar in there.
And
I'm telling you, biscuit dough. I did not know that biscuit dough would make that good of a.
I think what really makes it is the blueberry cobbler on the whipped cream.
The leftover blueberry cobbler. Okay. Well, tomorrow, National Dance Like a Chicken Day. Coach will be doing some dancing. Video from Miss Norris.
Winner.
And Winter will be coming in and doing some chicken dancing on the stage right here. I might have to bring Knox with me just so that way he can control her.
Knox a million.
That's his chicken, by the way. So this is really good, Coach.
It's really good with coffee.
Oh my God. Well, okay. Well, I guess stay tuned for tomorrow. Enjoy. What do we have after today? It's 5 days left.
You got anything to tell Mara about the pie?
Oh, Mara, Coach made a delicious pie. I did not know biscuit dough from Wacom Biscuits can make this good of a pie. So, here's to Coach.
Hey, our other sponsor this morning.
It's Clipper. All right, y'all have a great day, JES. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. See ya.
Happy hump day.
Is it hump day?
It's Wednesday, isn't it?
All day long.
All day long.
All right. See you later, Gator.